I'm Kelly with that hashtag Newsfeed, filling in for Joe this week.
And I'm Darrel, filling in for Jessica.
And what we're going to talk about today, well, it looks like Wonder Woman 2 is already in the works.
We have a lot of new information for the live-action Tokyo Ghoul, and Punisher finally has a release date on Netflix.
And apparently Animaniacs is getting a reboot. But before we get into that, here's the headlines. Well, it looks like Tales from the Crypt is no longer happening. It was originally supposed to be done by M. Night Shyamalan on TNT, but due to legal issues, they cannot move forward. It is just too complicated, going in the trash. I was looking forward to it. It was gonna be nice to have like a little creepy hour, but oh well, I'll just have to find something else to watch.
So Josh Gad has been teasing on his social media that he's going to be playing the Penguin in some form or another. It's unconfirmed whether he's going to be playing it in live action, voiceover, or some other form of media. I think it's gonna be voiceover. I mean, he was the voice of Olaf.
So even though we are getting Game of Thrones Season 7 this year, we might not get the final season until 2019. What the heck, guys? I can't wait that long. That's just, you guys are crazy. But apparently there is some scheduling and they still need to do some writing, so they're accounting for that. And we're all just gonna have to wait patiently whether we like it or not.
So, Warner Brothers is considering suing Universal over the name Dark Universe. Dark Universe is the name of Universal's monster movie franchise, and Justice League Dark might potentially get its name changed to Dark Universe. Truthfully, I think this is stupid because we don't even know if Justice League Dark is ever gonna come out.
The Wonder Woman movie has finally hit theaters, and it is doing so well. Have you seen it yet?
I have not yet, but I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness, I saw it opening night, and one thing that I loved the most is not just the movie itself, but the fan interaction. A lot of girls and women dressed up as Wonder Woman in the theater. I thought that was totally awesome and supportive, and I love it. I wish I dressed up, but I didn't. I just think I was just too tired. But the film is great, and I'm excited to hear that Wonder Woman 2 is in fact in the works. Patty Jenkins is reprising her role as director, and it's not started yet, but they are in the works of scripting it out, so it should be coming, I guess, fairly soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is the Invisible Jet in this movie?
Thank goodness it's not. I am not a fan of the Invisible Jet. I think it's kind of lame. However, the sequel will be set in modern times, so it might come up, but I'm really hoping it doesn't. I will be a little disappointed if it does. Unless, like, they surprise me and make it really cool.
We don't need it.
Well, I guess we'll find out, right?
Funimation has confirmed that Tokyo Ghoul is hitting stateside. We don't have a release date yet in the US, but in Japan it's coming out July 29th, so I am hoping for an amazing release. I personally have not seen the anime yet. Have you?
I have. I recommend it. I definitely think you should see it.
Should I watch the anime before I see the movie?
I mean, I love the anime, so I'm gonna say yes. I'm one of those people where I'm like, you should definitely see it, because a lot of live actions don't really convey the anime as well, so I do want you to get both sides going in.
Noted.
One thing I do want to note is that this anime is quite gory. It's like one of the gorier animes I've seen, and so I'm quite curious to see how they're gonna translate that. I wanna know how they're gonna convey it in the live action version. One thing I would like to see in the film is that there's a pretty famous ghoul in the beginning of the series. She's very evil. If you've seen the series, you know who I'm talking about. And I hope they show more of her in the beginning of the series.
That's awesome. Well, we're definitely gonna be going to the premiere of that when Funimation finally debuts it here in the US. Their premieres and their parties are amazing, and so I can't wait to go. Definitely, it's gonna be awesome. I'm like, I can't contain myself.
So Joe got to talk to a lot of the cast for Wonder Woman. Joe, take it away.
She's never had a film before, and that a superhero film, particularly an origin story, can be great.
Yes.
Those two things set the bar so high for me, where I was like, then we must try for great, you know?
Patty created an amazing world here with Wonder Woman, especially with Themyscira, and then going to Man's World. Can you talk to me about how she was able to balance all these moving parts, especially being a period piece of World War I?
Patty came on board with a very specific vision. She always loved Wonder Woman. She was always very passionate about this character. And I think that with all of us, all of us were in line with the message and with who the character is and how do we want to tell the story.
Yeah, tonally, I remember her saying something. We were shooting this scene in the World War I, and there was a gas, gas on the scene from some explosion or something, and it had like a blue-green tint. I was like, why? Is there something wrong with it? She's like, no, because with the grain of the film and how we're going to color correct, that's going to come off a certain way. So and we talked about everything from like the size of my fedora. She mentioned Dick Tracy, like tonally, where it's real, but it's heightened just that like nth degree, where you know it's not real, but it's still real.
I think it's fascinating, and that was Patty Jenkins' original concept that she expressed to me, was that we think that that Diana, Wonder Woman, is fighting against Ares, but actually mankind
Yeah, I thought that was...
is just as evil. So that means we have to be introspective and look within ourselves and examine what that means. Yes, there are always these sort of dueling forces and these demigods in Greek mythology and in Hindu mythology, which are forces that are really questioning who we are.
She has very strong and particular and specific ideas about what it is she wants to say, and she comes from a place of strength always.
Right.
And so when you're dealing with someone like that, you feel absolutely free to be vulnerable, to be creative.
The general message of the film, I mean, could mean a lot to a lot of people, because Ares isn't essentially, he's not the warmonger that he's made out to be. It's all about mankind. So in your opinion, what do you think the general message of this film is?
To create a future of better human beings, because there is that evil entity that is all over this globe, right? Running countries, and that message, the fact that it's a 75-year-old story that was placed in the hands of a female superhero. How advanced was that?
Good job with those interviews, Joe, although I am a little jealous that you got to speak with Gal Gadot. She seems like a lovely, sweet person. I want to meet her. She seems like a perfect role model, perfect Wonder Woman. If you want to see these full interviews, head over to ScreenRant.com and check them out under SR Originals.
We finally know when Punisher is going to be coming out. It's going to be coming to Netflix in November. I'm really looking forward to it. Jon Bernthal is absolutely going to kill it. Are you looking forward to Defenders in August or Punisher?
You know, I love both. I mean, I think I am the only person on this planet who enjoyed Iron Fist. Sorry guys, don't attack me. But I liked it. I love everything that Marvel has been putting out on Netflix, so I'm excited for both. But I think I'm looking forward to Punisher more, solely because of how badass he was in Daredevil. Yes, where he just freaking kicked butt. I mean, who are you? Where did you come from?
He murdered everything!
What? Yes, it was awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited, but once again, like, Marvel hasn't disappointed me yet, so I think they're both gonna be really good.
Marvel doesn't disappoint.
It's time for the Animaniacs. Alright, we don't really know the lyrics, we just kind of know the tune, but not really.
I was really committed.
By our lovely singing voices, we'd like to announce that the Animaniacs is getting a reboot.
Woo!
And Steven Spielberg is getting involved again.
That's awesome.
I don't know how involved he'll be, but you know, I think it's a good sign that he's involved. I am a little skeptical though, because they did do a reboot of the Powerpuff Girls and a lot of other various shows that were on Cartoon Network, and I was disappointed.
A lot of these current reboots aren't as good as the original, and so the expectations for this is going to be really, really high.
It is. Are you a fan of the Animaniacs?
I was not growing up. I could probably give this a chance now that I'm older, but we'll see what happens.
Well, fun fact, in 3rd grade, in order to learn the presidents, they made us perform the President's song that's in the show. But the Animaniacs is very well known for throwing in adult jokes. So we had to actually change, well, the teachers had to change a lot of the lyrics. Like there's one part where there's a president who's always drinking whiskey. And so we had to change it to he's always being frisky, which I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean? But yeah.
That sounds even worse.
I mean, I don't know how to feel about this. They have to do it well. In order for people to want to watch it, it has to be similar to the original.
It has to be done a certain way or people are gonna get mad, so.
And they definitely can't change that song. You guys gotta keep the same song. If you get rid of it, I think people are gonna.
And if they change it, it has to be amazing.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see, time will tell. Thank you guys for watching. We have videos coming out all week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and share this around with your friends, your family, your enemies, your frenemies, your grandma, your dog, your cat. Share with everyone, because we're gonna keep you up to date with everything trending in Geek Pop Culture.